Hey everybody, welcome to Everything's Plastic. Today we're going to be doing a Marvel Legends action figure review, and this is Magneto from X-Men Age of Apocalypse. This is one of these lines that I passed on, and I played the long game with these, trying to get these guys on clearance, trying to find them at a good price, and well, I finally did it. Toys R Us had clearance on a lot of these guys, buy one, get one 40% off, so I definitely couldn't pass up the opportunity. I had to finally pick up the last figure in the wave and get this wave completed, and then on to the next. Here we have a closer look at the packaging. We get a closer look at Magneto on the side, Apocalypse on the top here. Same artwork on the other side, and we have the exact same artwork on the back here. There is a quick little read up on the back that says Magneto cast off his anti-human sentiments, carries on Xavier's dream of peaceful coexistence, thereby founding the X-Men. So I still haven't had the opportunity to catch up on Age of Apocalypse. Forget a lot about the storyline. That being said though, awesome looking character, awesome looking figure, and awesome looking artwork. I think the artwork is actually nicer than the figure. Alright, so if you guys are not familiar with this wave, it builds the Colossus Build-A-Figure, and all the other figures in the wave are Magneto, Rogue, Cyclops, Sabretooth, Shadowcat, Iceman, and Marvel's Legion. We did a review on all these so far, this being the last one, and we actually had to assemble the Build-A-Figure and do a quick little review on that one as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the packaging on this one, guys. So we'll be right back with this one out of packaging to get a closer look. Alright guys, we are back and we have Magneto outside of the packaging. For accessories, comes with these magnetic effects. We've seen these before. It's in a nice translucent purple. Yeah, we've seen these a million times before with a bunch of different figures. So nothing really new out of those. He also came with a set of fisted hands. In the packaging he has two open hands. They actually included a set of fisted hands, which is great. Sometimes we don't even get that out of Hasbro for the Marvel Legends, so I take whatever accessories I can get with these Marvel Legends. And last for accessories is this awesome head sculpt. Gotta say, man, this one looks pretty cool. I love the white eyes. Looks fantastic. Cool little ponytail or braids on the front here. Pretty cool design on its hair. We can see some wash on that too, just to give it a little bit more detail. Fantastic job on that. Gotta say, out of the box too, this head sculpt is actually pretty nice. Lots of cool detail on this one. They did an awesome job on the eyebrows. Cool gray eyebrows. You can see some wrinkles in his forehead. Pretty cool detail on his eyes as well. Like I previously mentioned with the other head sculpt, we see a lot of layering in his hair. There is a little bit of gray wash, I guess you would call it. Make these other layers stand out a bit instead of one solid piece of gray plastic. Fantastic. The paint on his hair is a bit messy as well though, like I previously mentioned with the purple paint on his cape. Pretty awesome design to his cape. I actually really like this one. I like the way it flows and it actually fits nice to his body. Doesn't pour it into the back or anything like that, but both head sculpts actually have long stiff hair and actually keeps it in place. That being said, pretty cool design, looks nice and everything else, but when you get close to it, the paint application on it is pretty crappy. Horrible job on the paint application. Messy, there's purple paint overpainted everywhere, and all the silver paint here is actually barely even covered, and you can see a lot of red showing through. Could have been nice, but I think they kind of cheaped out towards the end there. Lots of potential with that cape though, lots of potential with this figure. Then we get down to the body, with the exception of this band there that actually covers up the swivel. I think everything else on this we've seen before. We've seen this body mold a million times before. No pinless joints or anything like that on this one. So pretty basic body. That being said, I still like the overall appearance of this one. I love Magneto, I love the X-Men anyway, so I'm always going to have a soft spot for this one. But yeah, that's pretty much it for a closer look. Let's go over articulation. Alright, for his head, you're not going to get a whole lot of movement out of his head anyways, because his hair is a hard, stiff piece of plastic. So that's only going to go back this far. It's going to go down this far, so you're going to get a little bit of range of motion there. His hairdo restricted a little bit. You're not going to get a rotation. It actually gets restricted by his cape. If you want to force it and try to get a full rotation, his head just actually pops off anyway. So you do get a little bit side, not a whole lot. So his head is actually pretty restricted. His shoulder goes up this far. You get a full rotation if you just move the cape out of the way a little bit. There is a bicep swivel there. You do get double jointed elbows, but it's restricted by his gloves. The top part of his gloves actually restricts articulation quite a bit. All four hands go back and forth and all the way around. Pretty solid ab crunch though. His ab crunch goes back this far, forward this far. If we want to move this band down a little bit, you can get a full rotation there as well. I like how the band covers up the swivel, but it doesn't restrict articulation at all. That kind of slides up, you can move that around too, so just a zipper piece. So his legs only come out this far, kind of loose. They go forward this far, which is pretty decent range of motion going forward. Pretty restricted going back. I really don't like how loose his legs is. there is a bicep swivel, and you do get double jointed pin knees as well. You get a pretty decent range of motion out of his knees. Doesn't quite come back all the way though. There is a boot cut. His ankles go back this far, forward this far, and you get a full rotation there as well. Pretty average articulation. Like I said, man, we've seen this body before, so we know what we're getting for articulation. So that's pretty much it for our articulation. All right, let's pop on that other head sculpt. While the cape is off, not much to see on the back of that one, just pretty plain. All right, we popped on the other head sculpt. I'm not really going to switch out his hands. I mean, you guys seen fisted hands on figures before. I will pop on these accessories though, even though you guys seen these a million times before as well. Not quite sure if they go the other way around, but I'm just going to put them like this. I'm sure there's a few different ways to put them. But yeah, here we have it. Doesn't really fit as nice as they normally do because his gloves are actually thicker and it's pretty wide. Do look kind of cool though. Just happy to have accessories at this point. Alright guys, so that pretty much wraps up our unboxing and figure review. Out of 10, I'm going to give this guy a 7.5 out of 10. One of my major issues with this one is legs are really loose on top there. But the other side is, I don't know if my camera will pick it up there because I do have a lot of light coming on, so it kind of evens out the plastic a little bit. But to be completely honest, bottom part of his legs is a different color, and his arms are a different color from his body. So the top part of his legs, his crotch area, and his body is one color. His helmet's shiny, which actually makes it a different color. And then his arms and the bottom part of his legs is a different color red as well. Like I'm looking through the camera right now and I don't really pick up on it. But then when I look over my camera, I can see it, man, it sticks out. So hopefully it doesn't look that bad to you guys. Two of the head sculpts look great. Love how it comes with an extra set of hands. And I do like the overall design, man. I think his boots and his gloves and all that stuff. Love the design of the cape. Paint application is a little bit messy. That being said, this guy still looks great, especially from a distance. So I think 7.5 out of 10 is a pretty fitting score for this one. Let me know in the comments below what you think of my score of 7.5 out of 10. Let me know what you think of this figure, and let me know what you think of this review. And if you like this review, don't forget, hit that like button, and that subscribe button is there as well, if you want to subscribe to the channel. As always, hope you guys enjoyed this review, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Keep collecting, stay safe, go buy some toys.